1 year ago, I rescued 3 horses from slaughter.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you so much. Bye. I got the horses. Oh my god, I got both of them. Okay, thank you so much. I'll figure out something and go from there. Thank you. I just got 3 horses.
You think you want to be friends. You just don't know how. I don't really either though, so I guess we're in the same boat.
I originally started sharing their story for 2 reasons. 1, I love sharing my life with you guys, and you guys wanted to hear more, so I told you more. And being autistic and having horses as my special interest, I was more than eager to do so. And 2, I wanted their stories to be told. More than 25,000 horses a year are being slaughtered in Australia, the majority of which should never have entered their lives in that position, whether it be that they were discarded from the racing industry for being too slow, or that they've served their purpose and humans have decided that there wasn't enough value to take the rest of their life. Or that they maybe never found their purpose in the first place. I had an opportunity to take 3 of the most vulnerable horses I could find and give their story new chapters, and I think they deserve to be heard. Apparently, a lot of other people thought so too, and the story of these horses quickly became not only one of the most viewed videos across my own social media, but was also going viral across the internet too. The Dodo took hold of their story and published their own videos about it, which have racked up millions of views, and some of my favourite celebrities have seen, which is crazy. Since then, many other social media companies did the same thing, and the story of these little horses in Australia started to travel far and wide. However, it's now been a year since their rescue, and a lot has happened since we last opened their pages.
So, Mulan had a miscarriage. I just feel so bad for her because she's been through so much.
Good boy. Hi, big handsome boy.
A year on, and General is the happiest, healthiest that he has been in a very, very long time. About 4 months ago, we relocated General down to my grandparents' place in the Yarra Valley. They have a massive property with lots and lots and lots of grass, and the only other equine related creature that they have is one donkey who we also rescued from the sale yards a couple of years ago. The moment that he got here, it was like he knew that this was his forever home. Immediately he was snorting and running and bucking like a little colt, and I have never seen him do that before. He was so genuinely excited, and it filled my heart with so much happiness knowing that this old horse was so excited about his second chance of life. Since moving down to my grandparents' place, General has put on so much weight and is as healthy and as happy and as energetic as I have seen him. Hi buddy, how are you, mate? The day that we took him here, he was so excited that he started running around, which is the first time I have ever seen him go any faster than a slow trot. He was running around, he was playing with his new paddock mate, who you guys might also know as well. So anyone who's been following our story for a little bit may know that a couple of years ago we rescued 4 donkeys. Now these donkeys all came from Northern Australia and were very, very unhealthy. We rescued these donkeys not really knowing anything about their history, and we brought them down to my grandparents' place after some time too. Hi Donkey McDonkey Face. One of these donkeys has now become General's best friend in the world. He lives at my grandparents' place too. You can come over here, Ben. You might be able to see his little nose poking in every now and then. He's just directing. And General and Ben have just become the best of friends. They love each other, they hang out all the time. Wherever one is, you can guarantee the other one is very close behind. General's never moving again. This is his forever home. This is where he's gonna spend the rest of his days hanging out with his mate Benjamin and just living the life that a horse should have. General has spent his entire life working. He spent his entire life being used by people and his entire life as a workhorse with a job. And as soon as he stopped being able to do that job correctly, people were like, well, that's it, we don't need him anymore. So it's so cool and so exciting to actually be able to give him that second chance and to be able to go, you know what? That's not all your life is, you know? You have so much more. You've looked after us, now let us look after you. You're a good boy, hey. Huh? Yeah. He's doing real good. So, that's General's story. There's not really a whole lot else to say about General. He's an old man who's now gotten a second chance out of life, and I think that's really, really cool. So, that's General's story.
Hi, baby. Hi. So our little $10 rescue baby Naja is the light of my life. I am so in love with this pony. So for those of you who have been watching the other videos of this series, Naja was originally not even meant to be a part of the group of horses that we got. I got General and I got Mulan. Just as I was getting everything set up for them, I received a call from the woman who was the one that was bidding on my behalf for these horses. And she said, the sales have just finished and she said that the sales have just finished and the last horse of the day is a little baby whose mum had gone off on the slaughter truck. Everyone had gone home, that no one had even tried to put a bid on her, and that if I wanted her, she was going to cost me $10, and if I didn't want her, then they weren't even going to put her on the truck. She was so little and she was so weak and she was so skinny that she wasn't even worth putting on the truck to take to the knackery. They were just going to shoot her right there. So devastating to think about the fact that she was so pointless. She was so worthless that no one wanted anything to do with this baby, to the point where they were like, we're just gonna shoot her. Like, her life was that invalid.
I'll figure out something and go from there. Thank you. Thank you, bye. I just got 3 horses.
Why?
One of the little girls went for $10 and they're like, we had to get it, if we didn't take her, the doggers would have gotten her. I have 3 horses. Okay, I need to
think that this baby, who is just the sweetest, most beautiful thing that I have ever met in my entire life and is just so full of love to give, was going to become nothing, and that her life held so little meaning to anyone. It's like, it's beyond me. It doesn't make sense to me. Naja is now the most beautiful, sweet horse in the entire world. All she wants is attention, as you can clearly see. She just has so much love to give, and she's the most beautiful, intelligent horse. She went from being terrified, she was sick, I thought we were going to lose her. She wanted nothing to do with people. She was just broken. To now, I mean, like, I cannot get her away from me. Her and my horses, Inverleigh and Princess, have all become best friends. They're like a little family. She's so smart. She does obstacles with us. Whenever she sees Princess, my horse, doing obstacles, she'll follow over the top. She loves doing them. My little sister Xiaofen can do anything with her. She can rug her, she can take her over bridges, she can take her over tarps, she can take her into the dam. She's just the most beautiful natured horse, and to think that she was worth $10 and she wasn't even worth $10. That was just the price that they were like, we'll take her for 10, I guess. Just to like exchange hands of her ownership. Like, that's crazy, because I am so in love with this pony. She is the most beautiful little thing that I have ever met. I named her Naja because Naja means second chance, and I think it really suits her. And I think it's really a Naja! She's still only a baby. We think that she's about 2 years old, and she's got a lot more growing to do. She's very, very long in the legs. So I don't know how tall she's going to end up being, and I don't know what she's going to end up doing. She loves jumping. She loves it. She jumps out of her paddock all the time, not because she wants to leave, just for fun, because she'll jump out of her paddock and then 2 minutes later jump back in. I don't know if she's going to be doing show jumping. I don't know if she's going to get into extreme cowboys, because she's brilliant at her obstacles too. I don't know if she's just going to spend her life as a paddock pet. But whatever it is that she does, I know she's going to be brilliant at it, and I know she's going to live the most amazing, incredible life, because she is just the most beautiful pony that I have ever met. Easily the best. I have no idea what I'm doing, accidental decision that I have ever made in my entire life. You want to say anything about Naja?
I love Naja so much. Naja's beautiful.
Yeah, she is beautiful. Hey, are you glad that we have her?
Yeah,
Yeah? Do you reckon we should keep her forever and ever?
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mulan was easily the hardest of the 3 horses that we rescued. General was old and had once been someone's prized possession. Naja was young and had never been taught about humans, good or bad. Mulan? She was 3, and while I'll never exactly know what happened to her in those 3 years, based on the scars that covered her body and the insides of her mouth and the distrust that she had in humans, particularly men, we can come to the conclusion that it wasn't anything nice. It seems that with every step forward, we would take 2 steps back. She let me touch her one day, and then the following day would refuse to even eat from my hands. I could put a saddle on her one day, and the next she'd snort and carry on if I even went into her paddock. We did manage to get somewhere eventually, and her trust of humans began to come through. Eventually, after a whole lot of work, we gained a mutual respect of each other, and soon she'd follow me around large paddocks, I could lead her down busy highways, and she'd started to accept a saddle even. Once we got to this stage, and with 7 other horses on the property, it was time to figure out if this was something that we should continue to work on, or, now that her scars had started to heal, both physical and mental, if it was time to move on. With horses, you know when you have that connection. You know when you found your heart horse. With Naja, I knew immediately that I loved her. With General, my mum fell head over heels with him. With the other horses I own, I know that they're my heart horses. And while I was thankful for the opportunity to take Mulan on, I knew that we weren't right for each other in the long term. That's just how it is. Mulan now has her new family, and they absolutely adore her, and it seems that Mulan adores them too. The progress that she's made in such a short time is absolutely unbelievable, and I believe that in the future they have plans on show jumping her. She's happy and she's healthy, and her story continues. All of theirs do. Rescuing horses isn't an easy task. It's hard and it's draining and it's heartbreaking. It's not always going to be sunflowers and sunshine, and sometimes those sunflowers need a whole lot of rain before they can be seen. But it's worth it. Because yes, I know that it's impossible to change the world by saving 3 horses. I know that right now our world is in so much crisis. I know that permanent change isn't being made just by doing this. But for that one horse, or for that one dog, for that one cat, or for that one person, a touch of kindness, it can change their entire world. And right now, I think that's the most important thing that we can do. I don't know if there'll be any more updates about these guys. General's retired and living his best life. Mulan started her new story, and Naja's is just beginning. But what I do know is that whatever the future of their stories are, I know they're going to be magnificent. I want to thank you all for coming on this journey with me, in whatever shape and form it's taken, if you've been here since I first posted about them, or if this is your first video. From my little family to yours, remember to stay safe and stay kind. Lord knows our world needs it right now.